It's Terrific Tuesday, and it's time for Chapter 3 of The Lucky Lottery. I went with the rose theme. I like these today. All right, Chapter 3, here we go. Chapter 3. Got it, Dink said when he returned a few minutes later. Lucky's grandfather is Hector O'Leary. He lives at Atrium, the elderly housing building. Let's go see him. It's kind of a place where some old people live. My mom says it's not good to drink too fast, Josh muttered. He licked his whipped cream mustache and slid out of the booth. Makes you burp, he added, with a burp. Remember they're having their hot chocolate? The kids headed down Main Street. Snow was falling steadily, and the sidewalk was turning white. Pal tried to bite the flakes as they fell past his nose. The windows of the elderly housing building were decorated with wreaths. A sign on the door said, "Welcome to Atrium. Good living for good people." Inside the lobby, a Christmas tree stood in the center of the floor. Christmas carols came from a CD player. "Can I help you?" A white-haired woman in a wheelchair came wheeling up to them. "We're here to see Mr. O'Leary," Dink said. The woman smiled. "Hector's in the atrium," she said, pointing. "Just go through the swinging doors and look for a guy wearing a yellow baseball cap. But your doggy has to wait here. I'll watch him for you." "Thanks," Josh said, handing over the leash. "His name is Pal, and he's real friendly." The woman leaned down and patted Pal's head. "I could tell that just by looking at him," she said. The kids headed out for the swinging doors. A note on one door said, "Don't let the birds out." "Birds?" Josh said. "What birds?" Dink shrugged. He pushed open one of the heavy wooden doors and the kids entered the atrium. The room felt warm and moist, like a tropical rainforest. Sunlight poured in through the glass ceilings and walls. In one corner, a fountain bubbled over the smooth stones. Everywhere the kids looked, they saw plants. Most were in hanging pots, but the others stood in large tubs. An atrium is a room where you can grow a lot of plants because there's a lot of glass windows and everything, so it gets a lot of sunlight. One tree grew right through an opening in the floor. Its branches and leaves were like a huge green umbrella. Among the plants flew scores of parakeets. With their green, blue, and yellow feathers, they looked just like flying jewels. "This is awesome," Josh said, ducking as a parakeet flew past his head. He took off his jacket, hat, and mittens. Dink removed his coat as he looked around the room. Elderly men and women were feeding the birds, playing cards, or just snoozing. He saw one man with a parakeet on his head. "I see a yellow cap," Ruth Rose said, pointing to a man standing at a workbench. The kids walked over. Hector O'Leary wore a baggy sweatshirt and old jeans. He was nailing the roof onto a small birdhouse. He looked up when the kids approached. "Well, hello there," Hector said. "Are you selling candy? I'll buy one of each." Dink shook his head. "We're friends of Lucky's," Dink said. "He told us about the lottery ticket you sent him." The man's friendly eyes suddenly turned fiery. "I'm so mad I could spit," he said. "What's with this world coming to when burglars steal Christmas cards? If I get my hands on that gangster, he'll wish he never met Hector Francis O'Leary." "Lucky asked us to try to find out who stole it," Ruth Rose said. "Can we ask you some questions?" "Okie dokie," Hector said, laying down his hammer. "Follow me." Lucky's grandfather led them to a circle of chairs around a low table. A blue parakeet landed on the table, carrying a small nail in his beak. "Now, where did you get that?" Hector took the nail and put it in his pocket. Blue boy loves anything shiny," he said. "Okie dokie, ask away." "Someone knew that you sent lottery tickets to Lucky's house," Dink said. "We were wondering if you told anyone like a friend." "Well, of course I told someone," Hector said. He waved his arm toward other people in the atrium. "I told everyone." Chapter 4. We'll read it tomorrow. Let's see, is that a long? Yeah, it's a little long, so we'll wait for tomorrow. Alright, I hope you enjoyed chapter 3. I'm getting excited. Where is the missing lottery ticket? Bye, guys.